In this video, I'll be trying to provide the solution to the mathematics exam questions for first year undergraduates of the Rivers State University. Now let's go to question 1. Question 1 there says, let A, that's matrix A, be equal to, so you have your matrix here, and let f of x be equal to x to the power 4 minus 2x to the power 3 minus 2x to the power 2, which is 2x squared plus 5x plus 6. Find f of a, right? How do you find f of a? Now, the first thing you have to observe here is that A is actually a matrix, all right? A 3 by 3 matrix. And A is equal to, the value of A is given as 1, 2, 0, 3, minus 4, 5, 0, minus 1, 2, right? This is the matrix for A, this one here. Now, if you're asked to find f of A, observe that A here is not a number. Your task now will be to find the number that A is. And to do that, we'll have to take the determinant of the matrix. Now, in taking the determinant of the matrix, we'll have that the determinant, which is this, all right? So this is how we write determinant of a matrix. This is equal to, I would come here, all right, put this way. Now, taking out the numbers, I have 1, 2, 0. So I have 1, 2, 0. Next up, I have 3 minus 4, 5. 3 minus 4, 5. Finally, I have 0 minus 1, 2. 0 minus 1, 2. So you have this. All right, so basically, this is how you write determinant of a matrix. Okay, so you have this. All right, so the next thing we have to do for this question, we are about to get the determinant of this particular matrix. And to do this, our first task is to impute the sign convention. The sign convention is simply plus, minus, and then plus. That is the sign convention. Then when we're done with that, our next step is to say that the determinant of A is equal to, now this gives you, of course I have plus 1, all right, so take that with the first number there, plus 1. Plus 1 is the same thing as saying just plus, all right, so whether you say plus or plus 1 is the same thing. So I would have this as plus. Now plus, you'd open the same thing here. Let's have this, and then let's have this. So plus into, now I said plus is the same thing as plus 1. Now for this one here, to solve this, you have to cover up the column of 1, which is this, and then the row of 1, which is this. All right. If I do that, I'm left with this one here, which is minus 4, 5, minus 1, 2. I'll bring that out. So minus 4, 5, minus 1, 2, minus 4, 5, minus 1, 2. And done with the first task. The second one there is to take the next one here, which is what there? Minus 2. Right? So it becomes minus of 2. Of course, I'll write out 2. Then I'll still do the same thing here. I'll come here, close this, and then come here, close this. For 2, I'll cover the row and column of 2. So for 2, I'll cover the row here of 2. I'll cover the column here of 2. Observe that I have 3, 5, 0, 2. So I'll write them down there, 3, 5, 0, 2. So let me write them down here, 3, 5, 0, 2. So I have this. Then finally, the last thing I have there is this one here, which is what? Plus 0. Okay, so that becomes plus 0. So I have plus 0. Again, I'll form a 2 by 2 matrix here and here. Now for plus 0, I'll cover the row of 0, which is this, and then cover the column of 0, which is this. So see that I'm left with 3 minus 4, 0 minus 1. All right. So let me take that down. 3 minus 4, 3 minus 4, 0 minus 1. So I have this. All right. So basically, this is how we transform the 3 by 3 matrix to a 2 by 2 matrix. All right. All right. So proceeding from here we'd have that this it's equal to. Now to solve this, all you have to do is take down what you have here, which is plus or plus 1. I'll take down the plus. The next task here is to multiply the terms on your principal diagonal. All right. Note that if I have a matrix such as A, B, C, D. I have this. All right. Now, for me to get the determinant of this particular matrix, you multiply the elements or the terms on your principal diagonal. Your principal diagonal is this particular one here. All right. That's a principal diagonal. This one here. So if I multiply the terms, there becomes A times D, which is AD. Then subtract, multiply the terms on the other diagonal, which is this one here, which is simply B times C, that's BC. All right. So this is the concept of this, or solving this particular problem. So in that case, it becomes this times this, which is minus 4 times 2, then minus this times this, which is 5 times minus 1. All right. So that's how you do this. Go to the next one there. Next one there is minus 2. So it becomes minus 2. Repeat the same process. Terms on the principal diagonal, this and this. All right, that becomes 3 times 2. All right, so that becomes 3 times 2 minus this times this. That's 5 times 0. That becomes 5 times 0. Then plus 0 into this times this, which is 3 times minus 1. So 3 times minus 1 minus this times this, which is minus 4 times 0. So minus 4 times 0. So you have this. All right, let's solve this. So we have that determinant of A is equal to plus minus 4 times 2 is minus 8 minus 5 times minus 1 is minus 5. So I have this. Take them step by step. Next up is minus 2. So minus 2 into 3 times 2 is 6 minus 5 times 0 is 0 plus 0 into, for 0, what do we have there? We have 3 times minus 1 minus 3 minus 4 times 0 is 0. Okay, anything times 0 is 0. So we have this. So in this case, we would have that the determinant of A, it's equal to plus, here gives you minus 8. All right, so I have this as minus 8. This is minus 8. Minus minus gives you what there? Plus 5. All right, so these two minus combine to give you plus 5. Minus 8 plus 5 is minus 3. So I have that as minus 3 into minus 2 into 6 minus 0 is 6 plus, finally I have 0. So I have 0 into minus 3 minus 0. If you punch this with your calculator, you have your answer as minus 3. All right, proceeding further, we'll have that the determinant of A, it's equal to, this gives you what there? Plus minus 3 is minus 3. All right, so you can punch that. Plus minus 3, you have minus 3. Minus 2 times 6 gives you minus 12. Then you have plus 0 times minus 3 gives you 0. And this is equal to, so minus 3 minus 12 gives you minus 15. Of course, plus 0 gives you minus 15. In essence, the determinant of A is equal to minus 15. This is the value of A. Now with this, we are done with the first part, which is getting the determinant of A. The second part now is coming back to the equation, which you ask to find f of A. Now to get f of A, let's first of all take down the value of f of x. Now looking at this, you can see that f of x is equal to x to the power 4 minus 2x to the power 3 minus 2x squared plus 5x plus 6. I'll just come there and recall the formula. So recall the function. Recall that f of x is equal to, the value there is x to the power 4 minus 2x to the power 3 minus 2x to the power 2 plus 5x plus 6. All right. Now you ask to find f of A. For f of A, we know that A is equal to, we got the value as minus 15. So that means we'll now find f of minus 15. This is f of A. And that's equal to, now to solve this, wherever I see x, I'll put minus 15. So if I have x to the power 4, it becomes minus 15 all to the power 4. Next up, minus 2. So minus 2 into, you have x to the power 3. I will say the x is equal to a, whose value is minus 15. That's x to the power what there? 3. Okay. Next up, minus 2. So minus 2 into, you have x squared. We said x is now a, and the value of a is what there? Minus 15. So it becomes minus 15, which is x squared. So we'll square this. Then plus 5 into x. What's x there? X is minus 15. Then finally we have plus 6. All right, so we have this. All right, let's proceed with this. So this will have f of minus 15, or f of a. It's equal to, so all you have to do is get your calculator and please punch this correctly, else you have a wrong answer. Now when I say punch this correctly, what do I mean? If you look at what I have there, we have minus 15 all raised to the power 4, and it's in brackets. So to solve this, your first task is to open a bracket, type in minus 15, close the bracket, and raise your answer to power 4. All right. So I'm just going to get my calculator, open my bracket, minus 15, close the bracket, raise to power 4. And if you do that correctly, your answer will be, your answer will give you 50625. That's your first one there. Now, minus 2 into, open a bracket, type in minus 15 raised to power 3. If you type in this with the calculator properly, your answer should be minus 3375. Please make sure you use brackets properly. Next up again, you have minus 2. So minus 2, type in minus 15 all squared. Please use your bracket properly. You have your answer as 225. Then finally you have, okay, you also have plus 5. So plus 5 into minus 15. Okay, just write that as minus 15. And then plus 6. Let's simplify further. This is equal to, what I have here now becomes 50625. Now let's try to punch this. So from here, you have minus 2. So you have minus 2, open a bracket, type minus 3375. Right? So type in minus 2, open a bracket, type in minus 3375, close the bracket. You have your answer as plus 6750, 6750. Proceeding. Again, minus 2, open a bracket, type 225, close the bracket. What you have there is minus 450. Then open a bracket, type 5, open a bracket, type minus 15. That's 5 times minus 15. You have your answer as minus 75. Then finally, you now have plus 6. So you have this. All right, so that means from here, f of a, which is equal to f of minus 15, it's equal to, let's type in the answer, 50625, this plus 6750 plus what next, or minus 450, and then minus 75, then plus 6. All right, if you type this correctly, I think your answer should be 56,856. That should be your answer. So this is your answer, right? So this is how you solve this question. So this becomes the answer to the question. All right. All right, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. All right. So if you enjoyed the video, like this video. Also leave a comment. All right. If you enjoyed this video, tell us you enjoyed the video in the comment section. If you have any question, leave the question in the comment section and I will attend to your question. Don't forget to subscribe. If it's the first time here or you're yet to subscribe, please do want to subscribe. Hit the bell icon and select all so that you get notified whenever we upload new content. Then finally, share this video to your friends so that they can also learn. Do want to visit my website at www.jonahemmanuel.com/courses to check out any of the available courses, or www.jonahemmanuel.com/books to see any of the available books. All right, guys. Thank you and see you in our next class.